Hi Aries, and welcome to your reading. Okay, so what does Aries need to know? What does Aries need to know? Not yet. Not it. Where's side? Alright, what else does Aries need to know? Oh. Alright, what else for Aries? Keep it, wait. And put it back in the deck. Yeah, because that was my mistake, not spirit. That one. Okay. Main or side? Side. Not it. This is option. This. Main or side? Side. No. Not it. This is main or side? If this is got it. Wait. All right. All right. Aries, this down here is your side messages, but we're not going to get into this until after the main spread. So that being said, let's see. You have the 5 of air, 7 of air, the sensual, integrity, but I'm just going to leave this because I don't know if YouTube is like going to censor or take the video down because she has like everything out, just everything showing. 9 of fire, king of air, 7 of earth, and the crown. Yeah, it comes across like a self-realization for you, Aries. Let's see. Because the energy that you're currently moving in, you have the 5 of air, and yeah, you're taking the mask off, but You're the opposite of what everybody sees. However you've been portraying yourself, you're not being seen that way anymore. Whether you with a calm, chill, relaxed friend, you may still be that way. You just talk up more, address the situation more. You carry that, I heard what you said, now I'm going to make you stand on it type of energy. Instead of just dismissing it, disregarding it, I'm hearing laughing the pain away. But then on the other hand, if you already Now, on the other hand, if you're someone who would be putting on a front, like someone says something, they didn't mean it for you to take it that way, but you still get rah, angry, like, oh, I'm going to teach you a lesson, don't talk to me like that, don't respect me, don't do this, don't do that, I'm not going to stand for it. It comes off more like you're putting on a show, you're putting on an act, you're putting on a front. When it's not that deep, it's not that serious. You know how they meant to, just doing all that to make sure it doesn't happen again. And it's not like, if things don't bother you like that, you're gonna sit back, chill, relax, pipe, not so much as pipe down as you're not gonna make a big deal out of it the same way you used to. Because at the end of the day, I'm hearing it's not worth it. It's not worth the aggravation and the high blood pressure. Yeah. It comes across where you're allowing yourself to be free of any mental conflict. So yeah, even you doing all this, whichever which way you whichever which side you resonated more with, it could have been messing with you mentally, like which version is really the true you. And now you're just letting the mask fall away, and it's like everyone else feel like they're going through a mind fuck because they're not used to. Yeah, they're not used to the version of you where you're not wearing a mask. It's kind of taking them back a little bit. But anyway, for the for the energy in your environment, I want to say that but it's not coming across that way. It's more of how the people in your environment is viewing you. That you're the liar, misrepresentation. Your words can't be trusted. So yeah, it's coming across where you letting the mask down may have backfired for some or all people in your area, because now they don't know what side of you to believe. Sorry about that, Aries. Oh yeah. Remember what? For some people around you, they'll feel thinking that you're contradicting yourself. You're one way this minute, the other way the next. Make it make sense, because yeah, like I said, when I was over here with this one, they may be going through a mind fuck, and it's over here showing up. They're confused, not fully understanding what. Yeah, it's just showing up that they feel like you're a liar, that you're misrepresenting yourself, only showing what they want to see. Now, Yeah, what plays to your strength is that you have the sense shield here. Now, the way that's coming off, apparently not everybody around you may be confused. Now, I don't know who this person is to you, but whether they live with you or not, I just know that this is someone who's, serves as a mentor or a guide for you. Someone you choose to listen to, which is weird because usually the strength position is like what attributes about you, whether it be your way of thinking, your actions that will serve you best. But in your case, the fact that you're choosing to listen to somebody that's wiser and guide you through the circumstance you now find yourself in. Yeah, because it just keeps on coming up, someone who's a teacher, mentor, guiding you, and maybe even be giving you an explanation of what it is you're dealing with. Because like I said, now that you're taking the mask off, if it used to mess with you mentally, now so if you're messing with the people in your environment, they're confused and don't know what to believe in. Whoever it is that has your back, that's helping guide you through this, maybe teaching you about how to navigate the situation, and just have people around you believe what you, not only what you say, but also have faith in your actions. They may be teaching you a brand new approach of like how to handle the situation that honestly may be better than how you've been handling it on your own. Now, which makes sense, especially since you have integrity for your present moment. You may have been flipping back and forth between how you were in the past and how you are now, putting the mask on, taking the mask off, putting the mask on, taking the mask off, which could actually have been adding to the confusion for the people around you. You may have been having a hard time committing to the person that you want to be, or how you view yourself. Yeah. Because you're done with putting on an act. You're done with being something that you're not, but at the same time, is what you're used to being, is what you know, is what people expect from you because how you've always been, which has been making it difficult to stay committed and I'm hearing and walk with integrity. Basically saying, say what you mean what you say. Say what you mean what you say, and mean the actions that you take. And right now, no matter how you slice it, still feels like which version of you show, it still feels like you're putting on a show because you're not fully committing to how you want to be. Whether you want to stay as a past version or the new version you view yourself as. You're not committing to either one, you're changing between the two. Based on the situation and what suits you at the time. And Spirit is saying it's the only way people are going to believe the person you want to be or the person you view yourself as is if you actually show up and represent the person you want to be. I'm hearing 100% of the time, not pick and choose when it's convenient or when it's the most easiest. The true test of your integrity is to do something that you know is to do something or be committed to who you are, even in the hard, even when it's a struggle. Now, based on the current energy that came out for you so far, there are one of three paths that you can take or course of action, depending on the current cards that came out. The first one being the Nine of Fire. Yeah, I'm hearing you're representing yourself. You're showing up as yourself, flaws and all, the good and the bad. Yeah, the good and the bad, there's no such thing as they're all different versions of you. And you accept that. You're okay with that. With this, you're not so much as looking for acceptance from other people, more of acceptance within yourself of who you are, the good you do, the bad, the mistakes you made, how you work to fix them, the things you have to say, what you have to offer. You're basically seeing the beauty of yourself within and making sure that it shows. Yeah, it could be subtle, but you're making sure that it shows on the outside what you... You're not looking for recognition, you're not looking for encouragement. You just want to be you. I'm hearing not some character from a show. You just want to be who you are. Let yourself glow and be who you're meant to be. Now with the King of Air here, this is your second path or course of action. You're being more communicative. My words right now. Alright. But either way, you are communicating more instead of being yourself and expecting others to accept it. It's coming off as you're taking the time to speak and listen to those that are around you, get their viewpoint, their opinion, what it is they're going through. With the changes you've made. Now you on your part, other than the energy that was coming off the Five of Air, it doesn't come across something new for you. It doesn't come off as a drastic change. It's how you've always been or known yourself to be. You just never let it show. Alright, Aries, if you start hearing music, I apologize for that. My neighbor's upstairs, so if you start turned on their stereo, so if you hear anything other than me, that's what that is. Well, yeah, if you hear anything in the background, that's... Anyway. But overall, you're taking the words of the people in your environment into consideration. And what's interesting enough is that the King of Air, being that spirit's drawing my attention to it, may be getting some input from the Sensual on how to best communicate with people around you. Because like I said, with place your strengths, you have somebody in your corner that's helping you navigate the situation and understand what the fuck is going on, because I don't think you expected people to react this way to you taking off your mask and just being you how you see fit, or how you've known yourself to be, how you're most comfortable. They're explaining to you in a way you understand, being a mentor and a guide, that this is something new, something they're not used to. And instead of getting mad, how to best cope and deal with people around you. And that may be showing up if you resonate with the King of Air, where you're listening and you're able to effectively communicate with the people around you, to say it in a way that gets them to understand that this is who you are, this is how you've always been. You just may have been uncomfortable or unable to show it because it's not what people are used to. It's not the side of yourself that you let show. It's the side of yourself even you may have been uncomfortable with until now. Either which way, however you say it to them, you're saying it in a way for people to understand. And you're the one opening the line for effective communication, so at least people can hopefully say, get it off their chest about what they initially thought you were doing or I don't know what Aries this applies to, but I know if you're hearing it that some of the people around you may have been thinking that you're being clowned, like you're clowning around. But in fact, this is who you truly are, this is how you actually are. Again, so Oh. Now for the last path or course of action, you have the Seven of Air. And the first thing heard is fuck the noise in the background. You're not paying no mind to what's going on around you, who's saying what, how it's being misinterpreted. You're just focusing on yourself, understanding how you feel, what it is you think, what it is you believe, and basically integrating all sides of yourself. You're not being one way with your friends, a different way with your family, and a third way at your job, and then you go through the fourth way you show up for yourself when you're all alone and have nobody around you. All those sides of you are a different version of yourself, true, but it's like you're bringing them all together and integrating them into one personality. Some of you may be meditating more. Yeah, because all I just hear is that you're coming into union with yourself instead of separating different aspects of your personality or just turning some off altogether because they're deemed as undesirable. You're listening to your gut intuition and making yourself whole again. You're doing what brings you peace. It doesn't matter if it makes other people uncomfortable, as long as you're happy and comfortable in who it is you're being. Now, regardless of what path or course of action you take, you have the crown for what to expect over the upcoming weeks. Now, the crown is someone who doesn't give a fuck. When she's in her element, when she moves in her energy, she's the one that goes against the grain. It doesn't matter if people agree with her or not. She's usually the one that goes against what other people say, what other people think. Doesn't let the thoughts and actions of others influence her behavior or decision making. She is still going to be who she's going to be. She carries herself with respect. So, in a sense, you're carrying yourself with respect, and although you do respect the voices and opinions of the people around you, at the end of the day, they're irrelevant because they're not going to change what it is you want for yourself. Yeah. Gotta give you respect, your Aries, because there's a lot of termination coming off this card when it comes to you. No matter what's said or done, no matter what it takes. You're gonna be free of the judgment and just live your life the way you were meant to. Not let somebody else decide based on their opinions and their actions. Okay, for some of you, you may also be cutting off certain friends or family members, because the last thing that was heard is, if I have to stand alone, so be it. So either you may be cutting off certain friends or family members that just don't get you, or you may be like distancing yourself from them, whether it be mentally, emotionally, even physically, spending less time around them. Alright, but let's see what we also have for you, Aries. Can we please clarify the spread for Aries? Can we clarify the spread? Let it drop or put it back and let it fly. Alright. Nope. This goes side message. Oh wait, this? Not it. Essential. Side message. 7. No. Wait. This one goes where? This? This goes where? Wait. Alright. Is there anything else for Aries, or I can go back in the deck? One more side message. This is... Wait. Okay, so let's see. For the 5 of air, you have Queen of Wands. Yeah. You may have to have a heart-to-heart with somebody. Yeah, you may have to have a heart-to-heart conversation with somebody. Because like I said, with the 5 of air, you're taking off the mask and just being you. Where that means piping down a little bit, because the situation is not as big as you make it to seem, and you're aware of that. But you're just but you're putting on a show, or you're the calm, relaxed, nonchalant easygoing person, but really now you're starting to speak more and address situations. Be more vocal and expressive overall. Either which way, someone around you, it's not everyone, but yeah. With the Queen of Wands, it's maybe one main person that believes you're putting on a show, trying to gain the attention of others. No, not others. That you want somebody's attention, and you're trying to draw them out by doing a little bit more or being less extra. But again, there's someone specific that thinks that way. I know it said like the people in your environment. So this one person could be influencing the people around you, or bringing up as a suggestion to others, and they're believing it. Because in this deck, the Queen of Wands is usually one-on-one, where you and another person, not you and a group. But whoever it is, they may have been one. Yeah, they're more than likely the one that if you started it with people, if you're thinking that you're doing what you're doing or making this change for attention because you want somebody specific, you want their attention. And you're putting on a show, you're putting on an act just to get them to notice you, recognize you, appreciate you, say how much you've changed. When really, like I said, this is how you've always been. You just never let it show. But anyway, with the Seven of Air here, clarified by the Six of Pentacles. Interesting. The best way I can phrase it is that you're pulling back. Usually, Six of Pentacles is someone who's giving, helps others and the community and shares what they have. But for you, Aries, you're holding back. It's not that you're being greedy, it's just you may be seeing a certain person or certain people as less deserving, whether it be of what you have to offer. And therefore you're keeping it to yourself in response to people. If you're thinking that you're full of shit, they don't know what to believe when it comes to you, you're pulling back. Like by you showing your true colors, it's like you showing your true colors, now they're showing theirs, and you're pulling back away. Stop donating so much of your time, money, resources. Stop being so quick to pull out your checkbook for those that don't appreciate what you have to offer. You're choosing to keep it for yourself, or a select few people. The sensual is clarified by the higher font, so yeah. For your strengths, this is definitely another person. It's like they're having you follow a guide. a rule book of how to conduct yourself, but they're not telling you who or how to be. It's more of how to be your most authentic self and handle the naysayers and those that are trying to discredit you for being exactly who you've always been. If they didn't, it's like if they don't see you now, or if this is something that they've never seen before, this is how they're telling you this is how you handle the situation. This is how you respond to them. This is how you put them in their place. Like, it's like you don't always have to rise to the challenge for when somebody tries to bring you down to their level, or say, see, this all a front, it's all a joke, because once you go back to being who you was in the past, see, they'll feel faking it, they'll feel shit, they'll feel lying. You have somebody in your corner that has your back to make sure you handle yourself a certain type of way. When it comes to those that want proof so badly that you're putting on a show and putting on an act, when really this is genuinely how you are, and don't let somebody take you out of, and then try and make sure that nobody takes you out of character, and you have the tools you need to make sure no one has the ability to take you out of character. And I know I'm saying character, but again, for you, it's not an act. For how you was in the past, that was an act. To a certain degree, anyway. With integrity here, clarified by 8 of Pentacles. You are a master craftsman, and you're crafting yourself. Slowly but surely, you're taking time and effort to mold yourself into, I'm hearing into the ideal being. Basically, like I said, with integrity here, you're flipping back and forth between who you were in the past and who you're trying to be now. But the Pentacles just shows that you're trying to be more committed, you're trying to do the work, you're putting in more of the effort to be more consistent on what it is you show people and for how long. You know the way you want to be. It's just a matter of staying with it. Staying with it, being true to yourself, and not giving up or throwing in the towel, saying this is too hard, and being distracted or being, how do you want me to say it? Instead of being distracted or slowed down by those that are saying that what you're doing is fake, it's not. That your work is not genuine and it's not authentic. Alright. With the King of Air here, it's clarified by the moon. And for those of you who resonate with this path or course of action, like I said, you will be talking to the people that are around you. Get their viewpoint, their level of understanding of how they feel or what they think about the true version of you, where you take off the mask and just be your regular self. A lot of things can be coming to light. Like things you didn't know before, or you didn't take at face value what you didn't believe to be true. And it's coming across that you're the one who's going to become disillusioned to what's really going on. And being that you're speaking to people and getting an understanding of why it is they think or feel the way that they do, and responding back to them in a way they understand, it may even come to light about who exactly has been who's been going around saying that Sophia, that you're faking, that you're lying, that you're putting on a show, you're putting on an act. Because I do not know why, but Spirit is just showing me like you're speaking to several different people. And it's like their stories all traced back to a particular person. And you may be shocked about who it is. And sometimes your biggest fan is also your biggest tormentor. So, in other words, sometimes those that are closest to you are the ones that are the ones who are truly trying to tear you down and destroy you. And you're going to be very happy because the crown is what you can expect over the upcoming weeks, and regardless of what path you choose. And for the sun to be here, you may not see it now, but you are going to be happy. You are going to celebrate. You are going to live your life as best you can. And just live in the moment, enjoy the moment of being. Not putting on a show, not putting on an act. Not portraying yourself as something more than or less than. You're going to enjoy the simplicity of just being. Being your authentic self, being the best version of you. For some of you, you may not even be doing it alone. For those of you who don't have to cut people off, or if you're just cutting one particular person off and limiting access to you, you may find yourself surrounded by people that appreciate the true you. Like, where have you been all my life? Either where have you been all my life and what took you so long to show up? In other words, yeah. Now, as far as your side messages, Aries, you have emotion, intellect, 4 of fire, the scribe, and self. Along with the Tower, Ace of Swords, and the Magician. Just off the energy of these two, you're not necessarily happy in a sense of you may be trying to keep a level head about a certain situation. You're trying to keep a level head with emotion and intellect here, Don't let your thoughts influence your emotions, and don't let your emotions challenge and take over your thoughts. But at the same time, you are dead set and focused on someone or something because you're listening to the voices around you. Describe as someone who dictates notes from several different sources and they have an unbiased opinion. And I'm hearing you can't have an opinion on something you don't know about. So whatever it is you're hearing, whatever it is you're listening to, it may be something that's new to you, or you just haven't been seeing. Like, Spirit's showing me that a lot's being said, but certain jokes are going over your head because you're not in on what the joke is. But you're too busy being yourself. The more you focus on being yourself, devoting your time, energy, and resources into figuring yourself out and just sitting in your own natural energy, the clearer you see. So whatever it is that you've been listening to, or whatever it is that you've been listening to or that people have been saying to you, because regardless of whether you resonate with the King of Air path or not, the more you come into one with yourself, it's coming across as the more you're going to understand and put the pieces together about the message behind the words of what's really going on and what's being said. Which leads to down here the Tower, the Ace of Swords, and Magician. Someone's going to have a Tower moment, but this is not you. It doesn't feel like you. You may be the catalyst for it, but you're not the one having the Tower moment. Yeah, someone's going to have the reality change, and all you... Someone is... Oh... You may know who this person is, but someone around you is going to have their reality change. Like, their world is going to be flipped upside down, and may have a lot to do with what I said earlier, where they're the ones who are... They may be the ones who, if you started this, where you're doing it for attention, you're putting on a show. If you have somebody if you find that there's someone in your friend group or family member that's been saying that, whether it be directly or indirectly, this could quite very well be them. But either which way, you're gonna be the one the catalyst for the Tower moment that they're gonna have, based on what it is you're hearing. Based on what it is you're hearing from people around you. Ultimately, whatever it is you're hearing, or the moment this tower moment happens, at one of those points in times, you're gonna be heading in a new direction. Like, up, I've heard enough, I've seen enough, I'm not dealing with this shit. Yeah, I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna choose... Oh shit. Instead of choosing violence, some of y'all are gonna let the shit go and walk the fuck away. Because you know it's better for yourself to move on from whatever this person, whatever they're saying, whatever they're doing. Their Tower moment might be punishment enough while you're over here, the beautiful magician, male or female, don't matter. You're manifesting a new life for yourself. And you're not taking your time. You're not waiting on the universe. You're not waiting on spirit. You're not waiting on God or Allah to make the changes for you. you know the current energy that you're moving in. You appreciate it. You recognize that you're making it work for you. And instead of waiting you're being the change that you want to be. Oh gosh. Anyway, Aries, this is the reading that I have for you. I do hope you enjoyed it, or at least gained some insight from it. Now, if you did, please do hit the like, subscribe button, as there will be more videos to come. That being said, I shall catch you in the next one. Bye, Aries.